Hi everyone, it's Wave here again. The rogue player who's not always aimlessly casual, but casual enough. Today I'm going to talk about the new skill for the rogue class, Dance of Knives. This season is truly the season of bugs and exploits. I wasn't planning on revealing this, but this bug has been around since day one. I thought they'd fix it, but it's been 3 weeks now, so why not let everyone give it a try? After all, other classes are using bugs too. So as rogues, we might as well join in on the fun. First and foremost, the key piece of gear is Yen's Blessing. If you look at its unique aspect, it provides a chance to cast one of your skills that is on cooldown whenever you cast a skill. I'll demonstrate using the simplest skill, Heartseeker. First, you need to turn Dance of Knives into a cooldown by spinning it out. Then, use Heartseeker repeatedly until it triggers the chance to automatically activate Dance of Knives. Once activated, it will continue to follow your lead. Of course, if you've used one of the imbuement skills before, turning Dance of Knives into a cooldown, that imbuement will also be triggered along with your Dance of Knives.
Efficient.
We can test Penetrating Shot in Pit 80 to see how it performs for pit runs. Several skills can work with this setup, but I'm focusing on Penetrating Shot because it's not as commonly used. I've tried Barrage before, but it demands too many aspects and gear changes. That's why I think Penetrating Shot is a solid option for testing. For helmets, I currently have 2 options. The one on the left is the Mythic Unique, Hair of Perdition, which is a new helmet that boosts core skills, making Penetrating Shot stronger and adding a 60% damage multiplier. However, the unique helmet on the right, Cowl of the Nameless, isn't bad either because Advanced Penetrating Shot has a knockdown effect which can trigger Trick Attack, making it powerful in terms of damage. But since my gear is built for Victimize, I don't have much critical damage, so I'm sticking with this new Mythic Unique helmet to try it out. My other gear and Paragon board are still largely focused on Dance of Knives, just in case Blizzard decides to fix it, assuming it's actually a bug. However, I did update my runes since I'm no longer using the spinning mechanic. You can check out the rest of my setup in the videos. I'm not sure which amulet is better at this point. I got lucky with the drop, but I'm out of materials to re-roll. I believe this setup can work with any skill that synergizes well with Victimize. For example, Barrage pairs nicely with Umbra Crux, allowing you to run Poison Barrage again. Other options that come to mind are Twisting Blade, and even Heartseeker could work effectively. Right, let's see it in action. First, activate Dance of Knives, just like I did at the beginning of the video. I'll be trying a double imbuement setup with Shadow Imbuement on Dance of Knives and Cold Imbuement on Penetrating Shot. The easiest way is to spin against the wall until it goes on cooldown. So press spin, apply imbuement, keep firing Penetrating Shot, and hope it triggers Dance of Knives. Oh wow, it actually works! Let's go take down some monsters. I'm feeling a bit rusty, but I promise I'll get better soon. Just give me a few seconds to get back into it. Dance of Knives is such a one-button build that switching to a more traditional build feels rusty now. Actually, there are quite a few rogue skills that work. Besides Penetrating Shot, Barrage, Twisting Blade and Heartseeker, Flurry also fits this playstyle. Recently, some players have been experimenting with Spiritborn and Overpower builds. You can actually apply Overpower to this setup too. Unfortunately, I had to salvage my Shaco to craft this new helmet. Otherwise, I would have tried an Overpower build myself. Overpower uses the Banished Lord's Talisman and stacks as much life as possible. With the recent buff on max life for all Mythic Uniques, Overpower is the way to go if you're lucky with Mythic Unique drops. I, on the other hand, salvaged mine to craft my current setup, and RNG hasn't been kind lately, probably because I talk trash on the official forum. Maybe I need to buy a skin to get back in Blizzard's good graces. Okay, let's get serious. There are plenty of skilled rogue players who have cleared Pit 100. Honestly, I'm not that level. In previous seasons, when others reached hit 150, I typically topped out at around 135. This season, while others are hitting 100, I'm reaching about 90. So when you knock off 10%, that's usually the highest pit I could realistically get to. I'm sure many of you could craft something even better than I have. Getting masterwork materials this season is such a pain. That's what keeps me from testing out other builds. If you're as stubborn as me and want to push pit 100 with Rogue, even though Spiritborn can probably do it with ease, you'll get it. I actually started playing Spiritborn a few days ago, and she's using leftover gear from my firstborn Rogue. With her glyphs up to level 46, boom, pit 100 cleared. I'm slowly gearing her up for the pit 150 Elon Muscle trophy. Every time I play Spiritborn, I end up switching back to my Rogue. It's only 3 weeks into the season, so I still have time to chase this dream. I'm still hoping for a mid-season class update. Rogues don't need to reach Spiritborn levels, but if we could comfortably clear pit 120, everyone would have an easier time maxing their glyphs to level 100. Speaking of leveling glyphs, it's actually not as bad as I expected. Or maybe I've just been playing too much. And yes, Dance of Knives follows you even after going through a portal, so you don't need to trigger it again. If you wish, you can skip to the boss fight using the timestamp in the description. Let's see where it goes. Bosses do take longer to kill compared to my second-born Spirit, but this build's definitely better than my usual Rogue setup. I'm wondering what the best combination of imbuements might be. Shadow is great for AoE, poison triggers alchemical advantage, and cold works well for bosses. I'll have to test it out. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm just a casual gaming who's trying to beat my teenage daughter's subscriber count. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and comment. Until next time, fellow Rogue.